Previously on Impact Wrestling.
Sorry about your...
The hell?
Boys and girls.
To be. What is this?
Eyes do not deceive you. Big Money Matt, I like your style. I like your moves. From where we're standing, there are two teams in this ring. And neither one of them are wearing these Impact Wrestling World Tag Team titles.
If my team beats this team, then they get a shot for the World Tag Team titles?
Yep.
Chris Sabin and James Storm against, I cannot believe I'm saying this, AEW Private Party. That's the founder and CEO of All Elite Wrestling. That's Mr. Tony Khan. That's Jerry Lynn. There's Jerry Lynn. That is completely out of character for Jerry Lynn. There's Gin and Juice right there. Private Party are the #1 contenders to the Impact Tag Team titles. Storm and Sabin definitely have a bright. Ladies and gentlemen, the balance of power on the global stage of the sport of pro wrestling is violently shifting. Welcome, sports fans, to Impact Wrestling. We begin tonight by honoring a request for time by this man.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Impact World Champion, Rich Swann.
Now, D'Lo, Rich humbly refers to himself as just a kid from Baltimore, but I think what is over his left shoulder tells us that he is so much more. Rich Swann is a world champion in the sport of professional wrestling. Now, earlier today, I saw Rich coming out of Scott D'Amore's office. Perhaps that has something to do with this moment now. You know, he said he was just a kid. Rich Swann has never been, and the proof of that pudding is sitting over the shoulder of Rich Swann, the Impact World Championship. Rich Swann is a special man. As those feet dance along the ring apron, it is those feet, those ankles, and those legs that nearly ended Rich's career. He's built himself back up from nothing and now stands at the top of Impact Wrestling.
Cut that, please. Cut that, please. Now, my whole life, I wanted to be a professional wrestler. I worked, busted my tail off, and I dreamed that one day all my hard work would pay off and I'd become a world heavyweight champion. And now, as you see, that hard work has paid off, and I am the Impact World Champion. But now that I am the champion, I didn't realize what a target I'd have on my back. I got people coming at me from all which way, every little single direction. But that's all right. I fight hard, and I didn't come out here to complain. I didn't come out here to whine and cry. I actually have a little bit of other little business to attend to. So if I can ask Tommy Dreamer to come out to this ring, it'd greatly be appreciated.
Here comes Tommy Dreamer, and in my experience, this guy is a throwback. You know, it's a time when people actually respected each other. Tommy Dreamer went to visit legendary ring announcer Howard Finkel every single week, right up until Howard's passing. That tells you how much Tommy life as well as our sport.
Well, Tommy definitely respects life and definitely respects the sport. He is a heartbeat, we call in this industry. But I'm curious, just like you see on Tommy Dreamer's face, I'm curious why Rich Swann called him out here.
What's good, Tommy? No, why you looking so concerned, man? I ain't trying to. We boys, right? Now, February 13th, that's no surrender. But for those of you who don't know, February 13th just so happens to be my man Tommy Dreamer's 50th birthday. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let me tell you something, man. You've done so much for this industry. You've helped so many guys back there in countless locker rooms. You helped me out so much in my career, man. Even just, when I was watching wrestling back in the day, in the land of extreme, you was that innovator of violence. You was that dude that had no fear. You didn't surrender. So, let me just say, February 13th, it'd be my honor if you would let me fulfill a dream of mine and defend this world championship against you. Yeah.
Tommy's expression shows that his win-loss record doesn't dictate a title opportunity. His record as a human being, though, it might.
Cut my awesome new. Cut it. What is this bull crap? Typical politicking Tommy Dreamer trying to get himself over as usual, and the Impact Wrestling World Champion Rich Swann, who lost to Kenny Omega and embarrassed the company. See, I may have lost Barbed Wire Massacre, but at least I didn't embarrass the company. I am the heart and soul of this damn company, and if anyone, and I mean anyone, deserves a shot at that title, it's the Draw Sammy Callahan.
You agree with that?
Sammy got a point. What's Bay doing out here?
Yo. It sounds like we're giving away gifts. Is that what it is? Let's talk about No Surrender, because No Surrender isn't just February 13th. No. It's not just Tommy Dreamer's 50th birthday. But it's also my birthday, where I will be 25 years younger than Grandpa Dream. So if there's a gift we need to be giving out, it should be the gift to the world of Rich Swann versus Chris Bay 2.
That was a great match. How can two people born on the same day be so different?
Look, I don't know what's going on here, but now Luke is coming out here to add his 2 cents to this. I actually think it's quite funny that all you guys are too scared to challenge for this title. So I figured I'll come out here and interject. Now, Rich Swann, unlike Chris Bay, beat me. And I know you're a man of your word. And I also know you have a really good memory for when I almost decapitated your best friend, Willie Mack. You did give me a title opportunity.
Yeah, I did give you a title opportunity. I gave you the opportunity last week. But what did you say? Oh, no. We'll do this on Moose's time. On Moose's time? Well, guess what? Your time's rolling, brother. And yeah, you're right. I did beat you, and I did beat you. But the match is already set. February 13th, Rich Swann, Tommy Dreamer. So I guess we on my time now.
There you go. Listen, I don't know who you think deserves the title shot most, but the lifetime achievement opportunity for Tommy Dreamer is what we're looking at.
With all due respect, lifetime achievement, down goes Willie Mack here. Lifetime achievement means nothing. Moose has got the the most legitimate shot at this. He's already stunner.
Part of me feels like it's time to scream and yell for such a big moment as a return of Willie Mack. But for me, there's gravitas in my voice because Willie coming back really changes everything. It's because of that man right there, that moose, that Willie was put on the shelf. And I think what Willie interjects here to the entire title situation, to everything going on, is everything just became a bit more volatile. A lot of people said that Moose was playing mind games with Rich Swann. Others said that Swann is playing mind games back to Moose by challenging Tommy Dreamer.
I'm telling you, I think Moose has got the most legitimate claim to this, and I'm not a fan of Moose. It's Ken Shamrock! What the hell? Oh my...
Ken has been aligned with Sammy for quite some time, an Impact Hall of Famer, and indeed, the world's most dangerous man.
You know, the world's most dangerous man is right. I've been in the ring with Ken Shamrock. He can hurt you, he can break you with a snap of his fingers. That man is dangerous.
I think the pictures on the screen show us how important the Impact title is.
You know, look, these men don't like each other. There's no love lost between them. It is not about alignment. It's about the World Championship. And right there, Ken Shamrock's going to work on Rich Swann. You can see Rich Swann's being isolated. That is, right there, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Rich Swann is getting beaten on. He's realizing the pressure of being the world's champion. And Shamrock just won't quit. Shamrock just does not stop.
You can hear and feel the ferocity.
Those like primal screams coming from Ken Shamrock.
As tension builds, we kick off this night. The entire wrestling world on edge. Nobody knows what will happen next. Nobody knows who's around the corner. The trappings of ego can drive men to do dark things. The Impact World title is bringing out the best, perhaps the worst.
What did we just see happen to Rich Swann, the world's champion?
All these questions will be answered as Impact rolls on after this.
What the hell going on around here?
Hey, Tommy,
Hey, what's
are you guys okay?
No, we ain't okay.
I know you have to be frustrated.
Frustrated? That ain't the damn word for
Sammy, Shamrock, Moose, Bay. We want a match. We want a match now. You want to fire some live rounds on me? Cool. I'll UFC your ass any day of the week, Shamrock. You know what? We don't just want a match. We demand a match. And we're going to Scott's office right damn now.
Come on.
Scott! Scott!
Oh,
Where are you at?
Scott! You know he in there. Hey, open the door. Hey! Hey!
Hey, guys. Right? You look terrible.
Yeah, you saw what happened out there.
Yeah, I saw.
We want to settle that right now. We want a match tonight.
You guys want a match with them?
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm happy to make that match, guys. But, I don't know if you noticed or if you're good with math. It seems like you're a little bit outnumbered. Cool. We'll find somebody. Great. Let's go. No, guys. Guys, I think I got something a little better. Now, listen. Impact's #1 mathematician, Scott Steiner, isn't available tonight. But I think I got exactly what you need right here.
Oh! Hey, no! What's that?
You have to love it, the main event being made tonight. But D'Lo, you've been around so long, you know everyone. You know all the inside stuff here. Who is in Scott's office that's going to team with Rich, Willie, and Dreamer tonight?
You know, Striker, I don't want to speculate. It could be anything. But you know one thing I do know for sure? Tonight, Tennille Dashwood is going to take on Rosemary, and in her corner is going to be Crazy Steve.
All right, and then Brian Mack. Can he get to the finish line?
You know, and Joe Doring with Eric Young and Diener are going to take on Cousin Jake. That's blood versus blood.
And also the long-awaited Fire and Flavor Fest. The alliteration is killing me.
Dude, I can't wait. I got our tickets ready. But guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, after a shocking return to Impact Wrestling last week, Matt Hardy is in the house, and he's bringing with him the team. It's going to challenge for the Impact World Tag Team Championships, the team that is known as Private Party.
That's right, that happens at No Surrender. We have new faces, and we also have some familiar faces in new places. So let's go to the ring. All right, let's get ready for some more wrestling action.
The following tag team contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number 1 first from Long Island, New York, Matt Cardona.
A familiar face in a new place. Now, this match was born from Ace Austin doing what Ace Austin does, complaining about not being hard to kill. Ace Austin even went as far as to disrespect Josh Alexander, who I thought had a great match against Brian Myers at the Hard to Kill pay-per-view. And Josh stepped to Ace because Josh is a man. Whoever Ace is, Madman Fulton is, jumped Josh. Matt Cardona interjects. Steve, what are your thoughts?
Striker, no question. What would you do if someone came up to you and said your match is boring, or got in your face and told you, mind your own business? What would you do?
Listen, when I was a younger man, I understand, but now you get a little older, a little more patience, and you understand that.
Oh, come on. I'll tell you what I would do. I'd punch him right in the mouth.
Why don't our main event punches will be flying? You saw the reaction of Dreamer, Mac, and Swan. Who is it that can get a reaction from guys like that?
Who is it? His tag team partner from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the walking weapon, Josh Alexander.
Now, to your point, Josh Alexander is what I call a 21st century wrestler. And he did just that. He stepped right to Ace Austin and gave the proverbial punch in the mouth. So you do have a point there, but to many of the kids that watch out there that are growing up, there are other ways to do things other than just complain, or punch someone in the face.
Look, you can't have it one way or the other. Look, Josh Alexander was doing nothing but having a good match, and he got crapped on by Ace Austin. Speaking of Ace Austin.
Their opponent from Atlantic City, New Jersey, Inevitable Ace Austin. And from Dayton, Ohio, Madman Fulton.
Now, I will give you this. Ace Austin is one of the brightest lights in this company. He's got tremendous upside, but he's got that attitude. He's got that ego. He's got to keep that in check in order to grow.
Do not. As this match goes on, I will tell you that I believe that the Madman moniker may be misleading. I think this is a thinking man's monster, and Ace Austin can only benefit from having Madman Fulton alongside him. So, D'Lo, break this down from an athletic perspective. Who's going to have the wrestling advantage in this match?
Well, I think that's pretty easy. Josh Alexander is going to be the best around wrestler in this situation. On the other side, you got Ace Austin, who's the high flyer, and then you look at Madman Fulton, and he's your ground and pound punch you in the face. The wild card in all this is Matt Cardona.
I'm a big fan of the amateur wrestling style, the Dan Gables, the Mark Schultz, the Alexander Karelins of the world. Wow. That's why Josh Alexander really resonates with me. Nice go behind right there against the taller opponent. Alexander's going to try to control the waist. Madman Fulton is just so smart. See, Josh is going to try to utilize the ankle lock. Fulton's legs are so long. Is that advisable?
Right now it is because, I don't care how tall you are. When you're laying flat on the mat, you're only 6 inches tall.
Strong legs of Fulton, able to counter the ankle lock early on, controlling the head and bringing Alexander into the corner. Tag made, and here comes Ace Austin.
Ace is going to be the one who's going to up the tempo of this match. I can guarantee you that.
Ace Austin's ego has been rubbing a lot of the athletes in the locker room the wrong way, but you say that he has a legitimate right.
He has a legitimate right because, he's trying to make a statement. He is trying to show himself out there. I think he's got a bit of an attitude, like I said earlier, but, hey, young kid trying to find his way.
Tag made, and here comes Matt Cardona, and you will immediately see a difference in the timing, the pacing, as well as the positioning right there. Smart enough to realize his opponent was going to make a tag, grab the waist lock, hold on to the ropes. Momentum will send Austin rolling back through, and flash it. Wow.
High impact offense here from Matt.
Dumps Austin out onto the floor, onto the same side as Fulton, and just as I say that, Alexander sends Fulton to the floor.
Wow! Did he just back jump to the floor on top of him?
Yes, and now Cardona and Alexander command the ring as Austin and Fulton seek to recuperate. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Impact Wrestling Tag Team Action. Josh Alexander and
like a kid in the hands of a bear. Oh my goodness!
Gosh, nicely done. Cover, referee in position. Is it enough?
No. See, Ace and Fulton, they had a plan, and they worked it to perfection, and right now, they're taking over in this match.
Madman Fulton playing the psychology game. In my opinion, one of the pound-for-pound best wrestlers in our locker room, Josh Alexander.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, he is that wrestle kind of guy. He can go out there and ground and pound you. He can take your head off, or he can just punch you in the face. That's what Josh Alexander brings to the party.
Side headlock by Ace Austin. Smart, and Alexander realizes it, that you control the head, you control the body. Alexander gets out of the way, but might not know where he is entirely, and that's evident by Fulton taking advantage.
See, Josh would have benefited from some game plans and studying, looking back some old tapes. You know where you can do that at? Run the Impact Plus app.
There goes Snapmare exposing the back, knee to the back by Ace Austin. Josh Alexander reaching for a tag. Matt Cardona reaching as well, but the distance is evident. Ace Austin now controlling the waist. That's smart.
But definitely, wrist control, body control. If you hold on to your opponent, they cannot get away. Bring it back to your corner. Cut the ring in half. That's what you need to do.
And now Madman Fulton enters the fray. Just the sheer size, the way he commands the ring is so intimidating. Cover here. Referee in position. 2. No. Now, I don't remember much of biology class. I slept through most of it. But I remember the endocrine system is responsible for, I believe, like growth. Imagine what's going on in that system within Madman Fulton.
He's a Mickey Man's wrestler. Don't be fooled by the looks. Don't judge the book by its cover. There's a man there who's got a plan, and he isolates people. He intimidates people by his look, and the dissection was great.
It's a mental and physical battle when you're in there with Madman Fulton. Look at his positioning now. Creating space. He's not afraid Cardona is behind him. That's intimidating.
You see the force on that body press into the corner?
Nice cover here. Leg is hooked. I think Cardona sensed the jeopardy there, realizing that Fulton can switch the momentum of this match like that.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Josh Alexander's in some serious trouble. He's been getting beat on seriously for a few minutes here, and how much longer does he have left? Who knows?
Short whip into the corner now. You saw Ace Austin holding onto the tag rope there, waiting to legally come in. I admire that. Push by Alexander. We talk about the strength of the legs. Fulton in. His leg gets caught up. And now Josh Alexander. Big right hand and an opportunity. Needs to crawl and make the tag. Arm stretch is by Cardona, and here he comes.
Here comes a house of fire right there, Cardona.
Look at Matt Cardona, the way he moves around the ring. Smart to eliminate Fulton, as well as understand where he was and capture Ace.
Oh, my goodness. What a second row drop kick.
He's a great athlete, this Matt Cardona. Comes out of that Mikey Whipwreck NYWC wrestling school. That good footwork.
Oh, drop kick to the floor. Knock Fulton 4 feet away from the ring.
It's smart here as Cardona keeps his sights set on Austin while paying attention to Fulton. Cardona understands what needs to be done to win matches here. Nicely done. Cover.
Dave, because you didn't know if Ace Austin had anything left there. And look at Fulton pulling Ace Austin into his corner to make a tag.
It's smart.
That's, oh my goodness, how smart is that?
Now here we go. All of Cardona's polish and shine is going to need to come out here against the gritty, dirty, and aggressive Madman Fulton.
That's just dirty the way he's running Matt's head in the turnbuckle like that.
How about Josh Alexander taking a walk down the apron to save his partner, at least to help?
What is Fulton?
Alexander is not legal in this match.
Not at all.
You can see a referee telling him to get back out there, but it's hard for these officials to keep order in matches like these.
I'll give it to him. The referee's trying to get control of this. He's trying to get control.
Keep in mind, it is Fulton and Cardona that are legal men in this ring. Brandon told doing what he can, but he understands that Josh Alexander is a hothead. Oh, God. There's no way he can trip and
Ripcord elbow.
Wow. Now it all starts to break down here. Cardona is still legal, as is, I believe, Ace Austin. No, it's Fulton. Cover here. Referee makes the count. He got him.
That's it.
Here are your winners, Josh Alexander and Matt Cardona.
Amidst all the confusion, Cardona was able to remember who was legal, even if I wasn't, but it tells you how polished Cardona is. And now he walks into this locker room and stands victorious next to Josh Alexander. I just think that the energy is infectious.
When you got a guy like this who's been around the world, who's been successful at every level, he brings that experience, he brings that confidence. This is a must, this is a catch, this is a get for Impact Wrestling.
Absolutely, as the eyes of the world are fixed on Impact Wrestling, we have world title implications, we have the growth of wrestlers, coming here, and there's still more to talk about, D'Lo. We got a lot more wrestling coming your way right after this.
Introducing the mystery opponents.
Oh, you know who it is, so it's TNA.
Bischoff says, "You want Hardy? You get Hardy? But my God, it's Matt Hardy. It's Jeff Brody.
You gotta be kidding me! Matt Hardy is in TNA!
Everything is coming together. That's right. All the games that Scott and TJ want to play, all the hurdles that they're throwing in my way, I'm jumping them. However, once I beat them, I get my shot. And that's why I've called upon you. I need your help. I got to be 2 steps ahead. As a matter of fact, I got to be 3 steps ahead. And that's why I need you. I need you to help me. Now, don't see this opportunity as just for me. You're going to be right there with me, side by side, as we're top of the mountain, looking down on all the suckwads. That's right, us together, boom, sky high. So, I got you here. Can I count on you? Yeah, I knew it. The road to redemption is right now. Let's go get back what belongs to me.
The following announcement is paid for by All Elite Wrestling. Here's the owner of AEW, Mr. Tony Khan.
Thank you, Tony. Hello, Impact Wrestling. It's great to join you again this week for another paid ad. And Tony, I have to say, I missed you during last week's paid ad.
Well, Tony, thank you for saying that. Thank you.
I really care about you, man.
Well, I care about you, too. Thanks so much.
And I also care about pro wrestling and the fans, unlike Don Callis. That's why I strive to make AEW #1 destination on Wednesday nights for wrestling fans. The things I do here in Impact Wrestling, this is all a game to me. It's like my own personal wrestling fantasy league. And it's week 1, and I already have the #1 contenders. It's been 1 week since I entered the Impact Zone.
Wow, yeah.
For the first time. And what a zone it is, Tone.
Absolutely. That's what I understand.
And let me tell you, I was in the zone. And Big Money Matt was in the zone, and Jerry Lynn was in the zone, and Private Party were in the zone. And now Private Party are the #1 contenders to the Impact World Tag Team Championship held by the Good Brothers, who will be in action tomorrow night on AEW Dynamite, teaming with the Young Bucks against the Red Hot Dark Order. Tony, please tell them all about tomorrow's huge card.
Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central on TNT. AEW might return with another loaded show. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, will take on Shanna. Dax Harwood will go one-on-one against Jungle Boy, with Luchasaurus handcuffed at ringside to both Cash Wheeler and Tully Blanchard. This one has been brewing since the Battle Royal at All Out last year. For the first time ever, Eddie Kingston will collide with Lance Archer. The Hollywood hunk, Ryan Nemeth, will make his debut on Dynamite. Will he be able to step up the big stage against Hangman Adam Page? Plus, you will see the Inner Circle, Chris Jericho and MJF in tag team action against the Varsity Blondes. World champion Jon Moxley and Sting and Darby Allin will address their street fight coming up against Team Taz. At Revolution, they will do that this week.
That's going to be a great card tomorrow night on AEW Dynamite. I promise a great show on TNT tomorrow. And speaking of the Good Brothers, if they make it through tomorrow's show, they're due to face the music next week, teaming with the world champion Kenny Omega against Pac, Phoenix, and the rightful world champion Jon Moxley. It's going to be a huge night, and the tickets are on sale now. Tone, where's there a better experience in wrestling right now than Jacksonville at Daly's Place?
Daly's Place, it's going to be big. It will be coming up. Beach Break is coming up on Wednesday, February 3rd. Tickets available right now at AEWTix.com, and we'll see you tomorrow night on TNT with AEW Dynamite.
Here he You know, Josh, you had an opportunity to be my tag team partner a couple weeks ago. And I guess you've settled on my Genetti. What a sweet career move. You know, I gotta go beat a former world champion in Eddie Edwards right now, because that's what I do around here. Welcome to
Edward Bryan.
All right, Bad Mood Brian can certainly make people feel a little awkward.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest set for one fall. Introducing first from Queens, New York, the most professional wrestler, Brian Myers.
They say that the eyes are the windows to the soul. Stare into Brian Myers' eyes. Not so sure what you see.
I see a professional wrestler. I see the most professional wrestler. And how dare you question his move?
Jeez, I guess the check is in the mail, huh? Listen, say what you want about Brian Myers, but this is also a man who's just so filled with confidence. He's a very good wrestler, but he's also a bit of a, can I say a-hole? I just did.
His opponent is from Boston, Massachusetts, Eddie Edwards.
What Eddie Edwards is giving to the sport is undeniable. Eddie doesn't walk the same way. Doesn't get out of the bed the same way anymore. And it's all because of the years, the miles on this man's suit.
You know, he may not walk the same way, he may not get out of bed the same way, but you know he does. He wrestles the same way. He works his tail off, and every time he steps inside that square circle, he gives 10,000%.
But fresh-faced tag team wrestler is what we see here right now. Deal, you like to say the heart and soul? I think everyone in the locker room, at least the fan favorites, look at Eddie Edwards for guidance.
Without a doubt, he is the heart and soul of this locker room and this business. He is what Impact Wrestling is. Impact Wrestling personified.
Oh, an elbow tie-up. Edwards takes the waist and Myers does not allow it. You see that a lot in wrestling matches where wrestlers will try to take the back, try to take the waist dealer.
Well, it's an advantage to get the back. You can go so many directions once you have their back, you know, expose their back to you.
Yep, and you see Ed Edwards wearing the wounds of war on his left arm from barbed wire massacre, hard to kill. I know he's been buying up stock in Neosporin and as well as other creams for scarring. That's just an aesthetic.
Look, I'm still feeling that match, and I can't believe he's even out here competing, but that's the kind of guy Eddie Edwards is.
And D'Lo, while we've been talking, Eddie Edwards has been out wrestling Brian Myers, and that right there is a bold statement.
It is, because, you know, Brian Myers, he's professional. He's a professional wrestler. He knows how to get around. He knows the tools.
Didn't need to do that.
He doesn't need to do it, but he just does it. When you're good, you don't have to take the shortcuts, but he still has to take a shortcut because he can.
Well, it seems to have worked because now Brian Myers seems to be firmly controlled. Eddie Edwards slides underneath the clothesline, still too early. Got him right in between Madison and McKenzie. Nice overhead belly to belly.
What a combination. A Tom he dropped right into pushing the ropes, overhead belly to build suplex.
You saw Eddie just throw caution to the wind. Hey, why not? There you go. Good Eddie on comedy. Take a look here. Beautiful overhead belly to belly, D'Lo.
And look at the velocity in which Eddie Edwards hits Brian Myers, knocks him 12 feet up the ramp.
Now Eddie's slowly, patiently stalking Brian Myers. Young wrestlers pay attention. There's no need to rush. But when you put your opponent in before you get in, smart wrestlers will do what Brian did right there, but Eddie may be just as smart. Ooh, wow, nicely done.
See, like him or not, Brian Myers is a thinking wrestler. He goes out there and he understands where he is in the ring. He's a ring general. He understands what's going on. And then he knows how to take a cheap shot like that.
And absolutely, you can see the focus now seems to be on the arm. And with all that tape on the arm, it would almost be impossible for Brian Myers not to focus on it. Brian watched Barbed Wire Massacre along with the rest of the world.
Well, you know what tape is on a wrestler's body?
Yes,
It's a bullseye.
Well, listen, I understand Eddie probably wouldn't want to come out here that way, but Eddie also has his wife constantly here, constantly looking out for him, so perhaps it comes from there.
And Brian Myers going right after that tape, going right after the arm, trying to expose the already ripped flesh.
Now, does this mean that Brian Myers deep down fears Eddie Edwards' wrestling ability?
And that's a good point. I would to get some kind of advantage.
Wow, garbage wrestler.
My goodness.
Nice suplex there. Myers holds on, hooks the leg, cover, and just a two. As Brian Hebner right in there, staying close. Good officiating. And now going for a modification on a chin lock, trapping the arm. This is smart now. Myers is firmly in control, and he's wearing Eddie down.
What a great hold there. He's crossing the elbow across Eddie Edwards' face, cutting off his wind, putting points of pressure on the elbow and the wrist.
Eddie working his way up now, knee to the gut, creates space. Knife edge chop disrupts the breathing, and Eddie Edwards now will try to be on the move. Myers knew it was coming. Nice trip.
Now, see, that's a move not there, not to beat you, not to hurt you. That's just to get inside your head. That's just to piss you off.
You can see Eddie Edwards slightly distracted with his left arm, but adrenaline is a great drug. And Brian Myers goes right back to the left arm.
Draping it inside and out the rope and just pulling on, tugging, kicking.
Underneath those pads, that's the metal turnbuckle right there. You can see it, and Brian knows that. Look, back in the day when Brian first started, a lot of it, you had to set up the ring. You learn the anatomy of the ring. Then when you become a wrestler, it informs you, where can I drop my opponent? Elbow, cover, Hebner down, lefty count, just a 2.
And look at the scars underneath the tape of Eddie Edwards' arm. You can see the remnants of that barbed wire mayhem, just carnage match he went through.
You know, D'Lo, I think it's great how so many people are showing up here. I mean, we don't know who Rohit was talking to. We don't know who's going to do the next Lex Luger moment at the Great American Mall. Myers retreats to the corner. Edwards stays close. Sends Myers across the ring. Eddie Edwards in and makes a back elbow for his troubles. Still the distance is kept by Eddie Edwards. Great position here. Are we going to see a backpack stunner? Yes!
Cover. If he covers here, it's over.
2. So Myers just had to push Eddie's head off. Myers couldn't even get his shoulder off the mat.
I don't think Eddie had the proper leverage for that cover there. His hips were too far down.
See, Brian's mouth was wide open, gasping for air, starting to paw at the eye as well.
Now Eddie has turned the pace around in this match, and he's slowed it to what Eddie wants right now.
Double underhook. Myers will not allow it. Spins through. Ducks the clothesline. Does Eddie Edwards. Takes Myers back. Oh, Myers was playing possum. Is this enough? Myers stays close. Leg is hooked. No, doesn't have all of his weight on.
No, not at all. Without a doubt, remember, we told you hip placement and leverage, and it was nowhere near the proper position. Brian measuring Eddie up. Yes, looks like he's getting ready.
Eddie pulls himself. Here comes Myers. No!
What's Eddie doing?
It's a thumb to the eye. D'Lo, you sing Eddie's praises all the time. How do you sing this praise?
That's not Eddie Edwards. That's not what he does.
That's it. That's a disqualification.
Of course, Brian Edwards. What is Eddie fighting him? What the hell's wrong with Eddie Edwards?
You know, you have to start to question, when does a nice guy stop being a nice guy? When does a good guy stop doing the right thing? Everything Sami Callihan has done to Eddie Edwards, everything All Elite Wrestling is doing to Impact, everything Brian Myers is trying to do, Eddie Edwards may be the only man waving this Impact flag and standing on the mountain.
You know, maybe it's too much pressure. Maybe Eddie Edwards just snapped. I don't believe what I just saw there. Eddie Edwards clearly put the thumb in the eye and then bit Brian Myers.
Well, we go from maybe to clearly, and perhaps that's the trend, as the flesh of Brian Myers has been ripped open. Brian doesn't like it, doesn't like David Penzer, but Eddie Edwards, on the other hand, realizes that the way our sport's going, perhaps Eddie needs to turn over a new leaf or bring back an old Eddie Edwards.
This Fire and Flavor Festival. You know it's gonna be lit. I mean, I thought it was gonna be lit, but I mean, the way it's looking, I don't know how lit it's gonna be. And you know, the way the ticket sales looking, we haven't really sold that many tickets. Like, and all the tickets we sold were to all the ugly people. So
okay,
what are we gonna do?
Hold on. I got a solution for that. We'll just tell them it's a masquerade party. So
Right,
just
they
cover
cover
their
that.
face, right?
They cover their face.
Okay, that's a good idea. We can tell them it's a masquerade. They can cover their face. Okay, so what about the food, man?
Right?
Who's gonna serve it?
Who is it?
This way, Swingerillas, the palace is that way. There's just two of my exes. Don't worry about them. They live in Texas.
Tasha, what? I think I might have got the worst idea ever. Oh, damn.
Guys, you did it!
We did.
You
We did.
won!
We did.
You are officially the #1 contenders to the Impact World Tag Team titles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You did it because I led you to victory last week, you know?
We definitely played a huge part in there.
Yeah. I mean, it was minimal.
I mean, I don't know if he was watching.
I was watching.
You know, hit the gin and juice, and then
Hook both legs like you told us.
Thank God you have finally learned something. You hooked. And no surrender.
yeah.
We've got to win the Impact World Tag Team titles. But 8 days from now, on Dynamite, it's the Tag Team Battle Royal. And the winner gets a shot at Revolution against the Young Bucks, who are currently the second greatest tag team in existence. That's the spot you guys want. That's the spot you have to procure.
We beat them before.
So, yeah, I know you have. But what I'm going to do, I am putting a bounty out on the Impact Tag titles and also the AEW Tag Team titles. I mean, okay, bounty's a bit of a strong word. I know. Let's say bonus. I'll give you a bonus. I mean, on top of that, you know, like, you're getting big money. From here, you get 50% of your payday.
Yeah.
Over AEW, you get 70% of your payday. You know, I get a 30% cut and a 50% cut, but I mean, the AEW pay scale is so much bigger on a grander scale. I mean, obviously, I want you to be the tag team champions there too, because that's more money for me, more money for you. More money, more money, more money, more money. But let's stay focused. I need you to win. I need you to win.
Yes.
And now, you are going to be winners.
Yeah.
Get your minds right.
All right.
It's time to go. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. Let's go.
Wow, how about that?
Man, whoever thought Matt Hardy back in Impact Wrestling?
The following contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Caleb with a K. From Melbourne, Australia, the Neil Dashwood.
D'Lo, have you ever met someone with such an ego that they actually become ugly or unattractive, independent of what they may look like? Well, I was going to say you, but that's the other pair. Okay, but no, I know what you're saying. Neil Dashwood is that type of person. Like, she is full of herself, and she wants everyone to take as many pictures of her as like Caleb does. She is just egocentric. Now, do you think Caleb uses those filters that I see, like when she opens her mouth and the tongue comes out and she's a dog, or like little stars around her head? God, I wonder if she does. I know my daughter uses those. Well, one thing is for sure, quite a bit of money coming to Neil Dashwood's way. She's an influencer. Her Instagram and her social media blowing up. And speaking of social media, D'Lo, that's right, man. And I just found out last week that at No Surrender, it is official. The Good Brothers are going to defend the Impact World Tag Team Championships against Private Party. For more, go to ImpactWrestling.com.
Her opponent is accompanied to the ring by Crazy Steve and represents DK from the Valley of the Shadows, Rosemary.
Many ancients believe that the departed are not truly gone. Rather, they live in the music of the night, which is indeed the sound of laughing souls. Man, that's deep. Man, that's deep. Think about the athlete that Rosemary is. Think about the psychological games that this wrestler plays. You have to realize how dangerous Kay can truly be. Rosemary creates the Eve. They're intimidating. And then when the bell rings, they're deadly. When you talk about being in any kind of competition, you have to realize that your career can end in one move, but it's also the psyche. There's the mental damage that a wrestler takes with their move after the match and how it informs the next match and the next match and essentially their entire career. Being in this, someone like Rosemary, people like Decay, that can change an athlete. It can change a person. Just the mental games that are being played by Rosemary right here. Now to Neil versus Rosemary. Rosemary has far more experience. Neil realizes it, but Neil gave up position rather quickly. Yeah, she charged across the ring and went right to a sidewalk slam. I don't know what kind of advantage she thought she was going to get from that.
May have not been the best move here, but I think Tennille understands that Caleb is involved as well. And Rosemary is easily distracted with the camera bag. While the referee is distracted, the camera bag is in the ring. The referee doesn't see this. Cover here. 2.
I want to know what was in that camera bag that could knock Rosemary flat on her back like that.
Tennille firmly in control as the tide has shifted here. Clubbing forearms to the back of Rosemary. Tennille staying close.
Tennille's being very aggressive here, trying to really set the pace, set the tone against Rosemary.
You know, a lot of these quote-unquote influencers, they realize they're on camera all the time. It makes you question if the things they're doing are genuine or just for the clicks.
I know that was just for the click, because that was for the pain. That was a very innovative neck breaker, with a rope-assisted neck breaker.
Crazy Steve is involved with the referee, otherwise I'm sure Crazy Steve would be over there. Cover here, referee in position. Is this enough? No. Like what Rosemary did there, got her shoulders completely
Stopping the count there.
hard forearm by Tennille. A second one. Tennille may have hurt her wrist there. Poor baby. And not a lot of wrestling out of Tennille. A lot of punching and kicking and things like that. And it seems to be that some would say the sport is evolving, but others say that it's effective.
You know, it is effective. I'm not a fan of just punching and kicking. I like the wrestling aspect. I also like this right here.
It is an illegal move, though. The referee's going to count. Rosemary has 5 to break, or she risks disqualification. It's funny how Rosemary can just creep out for a minute.
Yes. You know, Rosemary is a constant evolution. It seems like every time I see her, it's a new incarnation of what she is and what she was.
Missed the drop kick.
Did not connect at all there at all. Didn't connect.
Tennille could have gone for a cover here, but instead, like we talked about, being an influencer, she knows that all eyes are on her.
Now, that wasn't the evolution of wrestling. That was her crossbody, too. No. Crossbody straight in the corner.
You know, D'Lo, this morning I was looking it up. This date in wrestling history, Road Warrior Animal's birthday, Gordon Soley's birthday, and also the infamous interview segment taped on this day when Andre the Giant turned his back on all the wrestling fans in the world, tore off a t-shirt and a necklace of an iconic champion. The sport was never the same.
The rest is history. Look at you with the thesaurus.
I love me some wrestling, folks. Right now, Rosemary is trying to fight back here against Tennille Dashwood from underneath, the term we use in the sport, as Caleb takes a picture and turns way too much about in today's day and age.
How long before these images are posted on the internet?
I think they're up there now.
He's streaming live right now.
Absolutely.
How do you do that?
Full Nelson applied here. We'll have to get a shot if we can of how Tennille's fingers are locked, because it'll tell you the pressure put on the back of Rosemary's neck. Rosemary is taller than Tennille, so Rosemary's going to try to get to her feet to alleviate pressure here. Switching the hold smart by Tennille. She knew she wasn't going to get the submission. Clothesline from Rosemary.
And Rosemary comes that left-handed clothesline. Yes. Very awkward. You're not used to that as a wrestler when it comes from the left side sling blade.
I think Rosemary has picked up on Tennille's timing. Tennille comes in rather quickly, and Rosemary has started to pick up on it. It's almost like a hitter getting a pitcher's timing.
Yeah, when you get that rhythm and cadence down, everything looks like the size of a softball when you're hitting it.
There we go. T-bone suplex there by Rosemary. She starts to get going. The match opened up with Rosemary's offense, but since then, Tennille has been in control, albeit with the assist from Caleb.
But definitely Rosemary has taken over control of this match.
Filling in distance, but Tennille's still too fresh. So it's interesting enough for you to hit that move.
Yeah, if you try to go for it too soon, your strength is just wasted opportunity. So you've got to wear them down, and then get it. Oh. That's it.
As above, so below. Rosemary! It really shows me a lot about Rosemary as the wrestler. She has control early. Then there was an unforeseen event that tipped it away from her, but Rosemary kept her focus, picked up on her opponent's timing, was able to hit the maneuver as above, so below. And Rosemary, along with Crazy Steve and the
month, and the earth will wear out like a clock. As a society, many feel we're drowning in a sea of negative energy. Therefore, decay is indeed inevitable.
It's good to have you back from jail, man. No, nothing's good about this. Nothing's good about this at all. If Rosemary hadn't cast that spell on me, none of this would have happened in the first place. What are you trying to do here? What am I trying to do? Waste whatever I do? It's not going to be pretty. Not at all.
Lawrence, come back for another taste of sugar.
Get your evil self out of my face now.
You got something to say. You can say,
Oh.
you're lucky we don't hit women.
Come on.
20. Oh, my God. Tough loss, kid. Just like all your matches with me. Give it another swing, Daddy. Welcome to Swingers Palace, Daddy.
What the hell is
Oh,
going on?
bad luck from my past.
Alright, anyway, we feel kind of bad for what happened last week, and we want to offer you a ticket to the Fire and Flavor Festival celebrating our new title.
Swing man in the ring with you?
No. You're gonna get gold, and ringside is close enough for you. But, maybe you can bring your little...
Swingerellas.
Yeah? Alright, well then, they can come too.
Can I come too? He's my dealer, Daddy.
I guess if he's with you, you can come too. Sure, why not?
Can I come?
You can buy a ticket. You got money?
Well, all I have is this last chip. Still sucks to be you, Daddy.
Well, as for everyone else, the Fire Flavor Festival is next, so let's go! Let's get on out of here, y'all. Hey.
Damn it, Edgar.
Experience Impact Wrestling like never before with instant access to all of your favorite episodes of Impact, Explosion, Greatest Matches, Legend, content from promotions around the world, plus live monthly exclusive premium specials and so much more.
This is spectacular. What a match.
The Impact Wrestling app has you covered with Impact Plus, featuring thousands of hours of on-demand action.
This is escalating quickly.
Stream groundbreaking originals. We are all artists. Get more exclusive content and experience a new and improved accessibility control and freedom like never before.
This night's just getting started.
Watch free without a subscription and stream Impact Plus anytime on your favorite device. Download the Impact Wrestling app now and experience Impact like never before.
Guys, how great was Hard to Kill, right?
fantastic.
I mean, it wasn't great because you guys weren't there, you got thrown out, but I did it all on my own. There can be no discussion about it. I submit the longest reigning Knockouts champion of all time, Ty Valkyrie, and guess what's even better? She got thrown off to jail, goodbye, she's gonna run away, we're gonna never see her again. So fantastic, right?
And then also last week, Susan and I, we beat Jordan and Jazz.
Absolutely.
They're not a problem for us
Taya,
anymore
done.
either.
Done.
Jazz,
Uh-uh.
done.
Excuse me. So you think that was it? You think that ends the problem?
I know that ends the problem, okay?
You know what? I actually think that we're one of the many problems that you seem to have, Susan. Or should I say, Sue?
You know what, Jordan? Since you want to put your nose in our business, Jazz. Next week,
Jordan, Joe, I will go one-on-one with you.
What?
You want it? You got it.
She don't want that smoke. She don't want that smoke.
What are you doing?
Why did you touch me inappropriately like that?
There are a lot of moving parts in the Knockouts division, but let's get ready for Fire and Flavor Fest.
Yo, 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 yo! What's good, everybody? MC Lish is in the house, and tonight we're gonna be popping balls, and we're gonna be celebrating my homies who spit that game and bringing that drip drip all the way to Pettyville. Now let's get lit, make some noise for our new Knockouts Tag Team Champs. We got the hottest flame, the Boricua Badass. Let's make some noise for Fire and some Flavor.
You ever thought you'd hear a girl from Southeast say Boricua?
DJ, drop that beat.
All right, D'Lo, you ready for Fire and Flavor Fest? Is this going to be a fire or is it going to be another four-letter word?
You know, I don't know, but I'm telling you, I'm just going to sit back watching right now. Fire and Flavor Fest, here we go.
Well, I know that Kira and Tasha were concerned that tickets weren't selling well. They were also concerned that there weren't television-friendly people being on the shows. They made a masquerade party. You know, Swinger's here because he brought the Swinger girls. You'll see them. Fala wanted to come, but he didn't want to pay.
Swinger's only here for the catering.
I get that. Now listen, when I was younger, I've been to like Lollapalooza, I've been to Hip Hop Festivals, been to Bonnaroo. I don't remember them, but I know I was there. I wonder where this is going to rank.
You know, Swinger, this might not be the only Fire Fest that's going down in flames.
It's them new and new and say it one more time. And new.
Feels so good.
Woo! Knockouts, tag team champions of the world. Woo!
I mean, we told everybody from the beginning that Fire and Flavor are going to be at the top of the mountain. That is the Knockouts division. And would you look at God?
Look at
Here
look
we
at.
are. Here we are at the top. Now, you ready to get this party started?
Oh, No. I know all y'all ready to get lit, right? I know that's right.
Hyper, y'all ready for the Fire and Flavor Festival? Make some noise.
Y'all know what's up. Y'all know what's up. Y'all already know what's up.
What the hell you said? What?
This is a dumpster fire.
Your outfit is a dumpster fire.
Thought you said there were going to be celebrities.
You looking at the celebrity Knockouts tag champs? What?
Did you call me a bride? What the hell you
Look
got
at your
on?
outfit. What are you even wearing? Swinger girls? Come on, hop two. Pass out that catering. You know, collard greens,
Yeah, let's
ATL,
go. Straight to the
wings,
ATL.
potato pie. Y'all already
You know,
know what's
that
good.
potato
Y'all already
salad,
know what's good. Pass it
Lemon
out.
pepper
Pass it
chicken,
out.
straight from
You know,
Decatur, where
bet.
it's great.
That's the best. Y'all about to
Y'all
enjoy
got that
this
down
for real.
south soul
Ooh,
food.
y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know.
Catered by Foreman's of Nashville.
The bomb right
Enjoy
here.
now. Y'all already know.
Enjoy
It's gonna be the best.
Enjoy it. This is the best catering
We got the best
anybody's ever seen in the world. Straight from the south. I'm
Straight
telling
from
you.
it.
Let me tell you something. You can slap your grandmama with this.
Ooh, she stuck her foot in there, didn't
Yo,
she?
yeah, the foot, the toe, the whole thing. Big Mama did her thing.
Ooh,
Okay.
she did.
Yes.
What?
Yes, I'm talking about. What? What?
You left the wrapper on the cheese.
What is?
The bread steaks too.
What is that?
Smell it. It's
Put no bread in my face.
Hold on. You know what? Let's get these bottles popping. How about that? Let's get these bottles
All right,
popping.
all right,
You know, at the cellar, swinger girls. You know the drill.
Yeah,
Hop two.
hop two.
Hop
I
two.
don't
Start
know what happened
passing
with
it out.
I don't know what happened with the catering.
Start passing it out.
Somebody got the wrong call.
That's not the right call. I don't know.
Oh, her first.
Yeah, give it MC Lish go
She
first.
had the dopest introduction.
Ooh, that intro, though,
Give it to her
Ooh,
first.
That intro.
She
That intro.
got what the?
Must be
Whoa,
some of our producers
Hold
there.
on. First of all, ain't none of y'all even dressed for the occasion. Look at swingers outfit.
What the hell you got on? well, I know good and damn well I don't. Hold on.
Hell.
Hell.
Is that the marshmallow man in the corner? I know
I
good
know
and damn well he was not invited.
Well, you said there were going to be
Not
celebrities.
invited.
Play me, huh?
You
You're trying to play and sneak up in here when you couldn't afford a ticket when we gave you the opportunity. I know that's you, Fala. I know good and damn well that is you.
Well, that's not Fala. That's Nevaeh.
What the
One half
hell?
of the team that fired
How
Flair.
dare you? How dare you try to interrupt what we're doing? You interrupt my celebration. What?
better turn
What?
around.
Cause you mad? Cause you mad? Stay big
About
mad.
to get
Stay
interrupted
big
right
mad.
now.
That is Havoc.
Havoc and Nevaeh have been dominating the Knockouts division. They lost the tournament finals to Fire and Flava. That's how Fire and Flava became champions. But Havoc and Nevaeh, I do believe, are not done yet.
No, without a doubt, Havoc and Nevaeh want to prove they can become Knockouts Tag Team Champions.
I have to think that Havoc and Nevaeh do not appreciate all of this Fire and Flava.
It's the catering.
We waste so much food in this village.
I think we got the winners of the Fire and Flavor Fest, Mr. Baya and Havoc.
Good words from DJ Liz there. We have the winner.
The winners of what?
Fire and Flavor Fest.
Fire and Flava are still the Knockouts Tag Team Champions, and I think that is what matters most.
You know, that doesn't matter, because right now, Nevaeh and Havoc, they won the day.
Tag team scene certainly heating up in the Knockouts division, certainly heating up throughout all of Impact Wrestling. Let's take a look now at some of the fallout that remains from AEW's Invasion.
Thank you very much.
What's up, man? What you doing here, man?
Waiting on you.
Waiting on me? Hey, you picked the right spot to wait on me, that's for sure.
The usual stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
The usual.
Hey, they know my name here. How you doing, man?
Dude, you hear this crap coming out of Matt Hardy's mouth
Oh,
lately?
God, man.
How ridiculous,
What
huh?
off work?
Yeah, I mean, they might think they're done with us. I'm not done with them. You done with them?
No, I'm not done with him. You done with him? No, he's not done with him. No, hey, they don't really talk. You drink enough of them, they will. But hey, I'm not done with them, and I'm definitely not done with the Good Brothers either. They want to go around, they want to disrespect us. I don't know about you. Cowboy, I don't like being disrespected.
Me neither, man. You know what? We may not be the Motor City Machine Guns. We may not be Bear Money. Whatever we are, we're something.
Something.
I think we're just missing one thing. The Impact Wrestling Tag Team Championship belts. What do you think?
Hey, you know what? Like my grandpa always said, when life gives you lemons.
Yeah, make lemonade, right?
No, hell no. You throw them lemons out and you get shots of Jack. You know what? I think it's time we change your luck. Bartender, give me 2 shots of Jack.
Shots?
Put some hair on your chest. Shave it off later, make it look cool for TV.
Let's do it.
Go. Oh, God. Oh, that was good, wasn't it? Burns. You all right?
Ooh,
Yeah.
you drink like this all the time, man?
Exactly.
How could they ruin our celebration like that? We just got crowned new champs. How could they do that to us? I can't even believe it.
Ungrateful people, I swear. We give them a chance to come to the Fire and Flavor Festival, and this is what they do to us?
But you know what? You know what? It's okay, because guess what we still got? Look, we still the Knockouts Tag Champs. We still got our belts. We still got our titles, right?
And we took all their money, too.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Tasha, Jared.
Don't be running
What you want?
like
What
that.
up on me?
You kept none of the promises that you talked to me about. Right? I want a refund.
Oh, he wants a refund? Okay,
Okay, let me
give him
see.
his refund.
Let me
you know?
see if I
Yeah,
got
he
your
deserves it.
refund.
Yeah. Period. You don't get one, poo.
Looks like Toll wants his money back.
It said no refunds allowed.
The following contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Eric Young and Peter, representing Violent by Design,
D'Lo, for my money, the man on the left, the cowboy hat, is a true monster. Who in the world can stop him? A lot of people online are talking about this dream matchups. You should go ahead and challenge Chris Jericho right now, by the way. But I want to see Joe Dory walk into AEW, and I want to see someone step to Joe Dory, step to Eric Young, step to Dino. Violent by Design, I think, the X factor in this whole entire situation.
You know, we don't always agree on things,
so many factions with so many names, but I don't think any one name truly defines a faction as perfectly as Violent by Design.
His opponent from the Dieter compound, Cousin Jake.
Now, following up on the thought, what is in a name? I mean, look at this. He's been Cousin Jake, but what's his true identity?
Jake is an enigma, but I gotta tell you, I'm going back to the main event. Who can be the eighth man? Who can be the special partner that Mr. Oh, right off the bat?
Yeah, we're gonna find out after this one, but we have miles to go before we sleep as Cousin Jake and Joe Doring engage. Just kick right to the stomach by the big man.
You remember when I called him the Iron Man? You see how he just stopped Cousin Jake right in his tracks, just with one boot. You see the power in that. This man, Joe Doring, is just
And Eric Young reminds me of like a belligerent hockey coach, like a Lindy Ruff, just constantly shouting at his players. Tough love, D'Lo?
Tough love is one thing, and you get in its motivation is what I call it. You get in the mind of somebody. Whoa, what is that?
That is the big man understanding his size and momentum. That's the difference between Joe Doring and everyone else. I get it. Big men all around the sport say, I'm the best big man in the game. I get all that. Joe Doring shows it.
You see right there, it was an awkward beauty. Like you thought Joe Doring was out of control, and then with pinpoint precision, drop that elbow. He's in complete control.
You see Diener staring into the eyes of his own flesh and blood. Their fathers are brothers, and thus they are cousins. And the sins of our fathers sometimes trickle down into our lives. But that's another story here. Joe Doring's domination, for me, is the focal point.
You know, without a doubt, everything Joe Doring does is a heavy, heavy thud.
Whoa! Joe went to erase Jake off the map, but Jake had it scouted, and now Jake is on the move.
A 747 is gonna fly
Over the top rope.
Oh, but Jake hurt his ankle. Looks like Jake hurt his ankle on there.
Take a look again, try to see the landing. Right there.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt, he jimmied that ankle. You can see it.
You can see it. That means that Doring, Eric Young, and Diener see it as well as the momentum begins to shift back in the favor of Violent by Design. It seems as if Jake hasn't gotten out of the gate.
No, without a doubt, Jake is still sucking in first gear, while Joe Doring is gearing up for overdrive.
Here we go now, Jake trying to go low. And a lot of amateur wrestlers will talk about changing levels. I think Jake needs to find a way to get inside on the big man as well as avoid the clothesline. Oh, racer! My gosh! Wow! Gotta love Joe Doring.
I mean, the way he manipulates that big frame and uses every aspect of his body as a weapon is just impressive.
See the mastermind, the Lou Lamoriello of Violent by Design, Eric Young. Joe Doring is just the guy that's going to take every face-off down low. He's the guy you want out on the ice when it matters or on the canvas.
And you can see right there, there's that's the spine on the pine. Do you see the way Joe Doring? Jake is not a small man. Joe Doring just lifted Jake straight in the air, 8 feet in the air, and dropped him flat on his back.
D'Lo, you've been in the ring with some of the toughest guys in our sport. Where would Joe Doring rank? Who does he remind you of?
Well, full disclosure, I've been in the ring with Joe Doring, so I have felt his power firsthand. A Death Valley driver picked right up.
Capture of the wrist. Oh my gosh, somewhere Stan Hansen must be smiling. He got him.
Here is your winner, Joe
Doring. I know, and look at this.
Well, what did you expect? Violent by Design have had their issues with Cousin Jake. We saw Violent by Design begin to take out wrestlers. They did it to Rhino. They Pillmanized Rhino. And now, this is Eric Young's modification on a heel hook. This is what Eric Young used to almost end Rich Swann's career. Eric Young knows exactly what he's doing right now, and it looks like more of the same. It looks like they're about to Pillmanize Jake's leg. Of course, that term in acknowledgement of the late, great Flying Brian. But for me, D'Lo, there's no place for this in our sport.
Why is that doing something? Go! Go! Don't be a baby next. Don't be a baby next. We told you this world belongs to us. It doesn't belong to you. It belongs to us.
try to get into the mind of a psychotic, so you yourself may get lost.
Is that an offer right there? Is that what? Eric Young dropped that violent by design towel on Cousin Jake, and I just don't know what's going on here.
Well, Jake has escaped the fate of Rhino, who we have not seen since Violent by Design has taken him out, but a lot of questions remain. A lot. D'Lo, I gotta ask you, as a competitive athlete, regardless of the ethics of it all, how come you wouldn't take an opportunity to take out an opponent like Jake?
You know, I can't answer that because the rule of thumb is when you have your opponent down, when you have them at a disadvantage, you go for the kill shot. And for some reason, Eric Young did.
Perhaps we'll find out some more answers next week.
Also next week, we're going to have Jordan Grace with the OG Jazz taking on Susan, and Deonna Purrazzo and Kimber standing in the corner.
And watching the growth of Madman Fulton is disturbing. Watching the growth of Josh Alexander is encouraging. Something has to give.
You know, and we got Tasha Steelz, Kiera Hogan versus Havoc, and that evil one, Nevaeh.
And yes, next week, Impact on Access TV, Matt Hardy and Private Party will be here.
And Rohit Raju will take on TJP, and the question is, who was he talking to earlier today?
All that and more coming, but we have miles to go before we sleep. So right now, let's get back to some wrestling. It's time for our main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Impact Wrestling main event. An 8-man tag team contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number 1 first. He is the
Without a doubt, this is one of the most impressive athletes in all world sports.
Coming up next is our main event. Moose, Chris Bay, Sami Callihan, and Ken Shamrock take on Rick Swann, Tommy Dreamer, Willie Mack, and the mystery partner. Welcome back to Impact Wrestling. It is main event time. Tommy Dreamer and Willie Mack await Rick Swann.
your tag team partner from Baltimore, Maryland, the Impact World Champion, Rick Swann.
Now, my cadence sounded like I was in thoughts because I am, because everyone's asking who's the next partner in the 8-man tag. I only see 7 wrestlers.
Was it crazy? Big fight deal. The anticipation growing here in the arena. Everyone is asking the exact same questions. Who is going to walk out next?
Owls are out. Let's get some wisdom.
Oh boy! What the?
And finally from Toledo, Ohio, Trey Miguel.
Oh boy. For me, on a personal level, this is exciting. I love watching Trey Miguel wrestle. He's so different.
It is great to see Trey Miguel back in Impact Wrestling, and now we know what kept Scott D'Amore tied up in his office. He was bringing Trey Miguel back.
Certainly a lot to prove, and that man right there, the yellow bandana, is the general of this army. He's Tommy Dreamer, 3 decades of service to our sport. I think young men like Trey Miguel and Willie Mack can benefit from Tommy's leadership, but there's an interesting insight here. Our champion earlier tonight challenged Tommy Dreamer to a main event title match on Tommy Dreamer's 50th birthday. Happens to land on No Surrender.
Yeah, February 13th, No Surrender. Tommy Dreamer will get a shot at the Impact World title on his 50th birthday, and what a great present.
Yeah, and I think Moose is none too happy. Neither is Chris Bay nor Sami Callihan at the situation that has developed.
And Moose takes the lead and says, everybody get out. I want Rick Swann right now. Did Chris Bay just tag himself in?
Yeah, Chris Bay has tagged himself in on life. Chris Bay is the kind of guy that he sees a spotlight and steps into it.
See, we call him like a topper. He's going to be a shot of steel. He's going to take your glory and make it his own.
These 2 men, Tommy Dreamer and Chris Bay, both born on February 13th, 25 years apart, now sharing a ring in a main event of Impact here in Access. Tommy Dreamer with a arm ringer there. Chris Bay trying to stay close. Dreamer's definitely going to be stronger. Bay's going to be faster.
Well, and also Dreamer's got the advantage. He's the ageless wonder. He's still out there for 5 decades on the planet, still going out there competing at the highest level.
Nice hook toss, staying, capturing the wrist. We'll be seeing that throughout the matches, how the wrestlers are staying close to one another. No Surrender, working together.
And here we go. Rick Swann's hitting the ropes, coming off, rolling, splashing elbow combination.
Rick Swann and Chris have a ton of history. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to take our final commercial break.
Dreamers title match coming up at No Surrender.
But the story to me is through the break, the team of Rich Swann, Tommy Dreamer, they have been rolling and rolling the break, taking advantage of a young Chris Bay.
Seems like it was so long ago when we started this night. Rich Swann came out, called out Tommy Dreamer, and mentioned how Swann wanted to give Tommy something back for everything Tommy's given to the sport. Thus, that is, hang on a second here, Sammy's going for a package pile driver. If he hits this, Swann's smart enough to get out of the way. And it's almost like the homage giving back to Tommy what he has given to the sport. But Chris Bay has a legit right. Moose had a legit right. That is part and parcel as to why we're here right now.
Once again, with no disrespect, this is not a Lifetime Achievement Award. I get that it's his 50th birthday. I get that Tommy Dreamer is going to get a world title shot. Oh, Samoa drop by Willie Mack.
Here we go. We've seen Willie do this before. So agile, so quick.
See, how does Willie Mack, a man that big, do something that athletic?
Well, we've been talking about how the athletes are evolving. It goes back to your point about this being a lifetime achievement thing. Look, Tommy Dreamer can still compete, even though the rest of the field, the rest of the athletes are constantly evolving. It says something about the way Tommy was trained. Shout out to Johnny Rise. Tag made now to Ken Shamrock, an Impact Hall of Famer, world's most dangerous man. And Ken doesn't really have a dog in this hunt, so to speak. Ken just wants to beat people up.
Ken just wants to hurt people, and Ken is everything he does. He can hurt you with what we consider something miscellaneous, something easy for most people. He is done with cruel intent when it comes to Ken Shamrock.
Take nothing away from Sam Callahan. I think people sleep on how good of a wrestler Sammy Callahan is. It's because they're blinded by all of his actions.
And here's the hard-hitting moves. Like, we say everything he does is with a thud. It comes with authority.
D'Lo, would you agree that Moose is the best athlete in this match?
Oh, by far. I've not seen many athletes in my life that have the caliber of Moose.
Now, would you agree that Moose has a rightful claim to the Impact title?
I'm telling you, Moose has been granted a title match by Rich Swann. Moose has never gotten that opportunity. So out of all the men on one side of this ring, Moose is the rightful heir.
What about Chris Bay? Chris Bay had a classic with Rich Swann. He even alluded to it. How about Bay Swann? He alluded to it. He said it.
I think the people would love.
How much time do we really have? Think about that. We woke up this morning. Everything else is downhill from here, man. Wow. Drop kick right to the inside of the knee. Willie wears several braces and pads to the left knee. And now here comes Sammy Callahan.
And he's going right after that injured knee. Look at Sammy. Like a pit bull going after something that's injured. That knee is bending in a way it should.
D'Lo, tell me, what is it like being down on the mat, knowing that you may have torn something over the next years?
You're helpless. You're hurting. You're in fear because as an athlete, you know when there's something wrong with your body.
Yes.
And then as you're laying there trying to figure out what's going on, another grown man is grabbing your legs, twisting up, and bending them in ways they're not supposed to move.
You're also trying to shield your injury from your opponents as well. Look at what this is about, right? Ultimately, this is about the world title.
Yes.
So I would have to believe that if one athlete sees that another athlete can be taken out, especially one that may or may not be in their way of the world title, they're going to do that.
Let's knock off the pecking order. If he can't compete, he can't get his shot. Makes it a better opportunity for me. And once again, look at the ring generalship of the four men on this side. They're separating the ring in half. Moose, Sammy, Bay, and of course Ken Shamrock are dividing the ring in half and keeping Willie Mack where they need him.
Let me ask you, as a former wrestler, what does it do to the rest of the locker room when you see a guy like Rich Swann willing to be a fighting champion, especially when you have guys like this coming forward?
What does Moose do? Wow! Moose just powerbomb Bay.
Hang on, cover here. Is this enough? Bay has staked his claim. Not yet. Continue.
Moose just powerbomb Bay on top of Willie Mack. He sacrificed his own partner.
But back to my question. The rest of the wrestlers are watching this match like we are. They know that Rich Swann's willing to fight anyone. What does that mean to someone that's looking for Rich Swann?
Well, that's someone that knows they can walk right up to Rich Swann, and if Rich Swann deems you're worthy of an opportunity, he's going to grant it to you.
Well, ultimately, it is Impact Management as well as the wins and losses. But Rich is the kind of guy that he's willing to give a shot to anyone, and we see that with what he's doing for Tommy Dreamer.
Yes, he's willing to give opportunities to people, and that's a fighting champion. And that's somebody you want defending the honor of your company. That's someone you want with their company on their back.
Right now, Willie Mack on his back, Chris Bay on his front. Both wrestlers have been through wars. They need to make a tag here to shift the momentum of this match. Tag made made. Here comes Trey Miguel. Here comes Sami Callihan. Miguel on the move. Smartly takes out Moose and Shamrock. Here comes Trey. Slips the slam. Spins Sami around. Hard forearm. Knife edge chop. Really going here. Welcome back, Trey Miguel.
Look at Trey. He has put this thing in fifth gear and is going crazy.
Sami out with the ropes momentum. Redirection by Trey. Ducks the clothesline. Trey commands the middle of the ring. Up and down. Atomic drop. Reverse. Grabbing into the mouth. Mandible claw. Now he keeps his forehead so close to his opponent.
He's never taken his eyes off his opponent. He's focused.
Miguel so smooth. Ken Shamrock senses it. And there is jeopardy. Trey Miguel was quick. I don't know if Ken's ever been in there with someone like Trey.
Belly to belly. Wow. Nice.
That's how you neutralize. And here comes Rich Swann looking to fight anyone. Ooh. The champ just put the world's most dangerous man down. Sami Callihan gets one for his efforts as well.
Rich Swann has got some educated feet, but it's just shut right down with a forearm. Powerbomb.
Tommy Dreamer snakes his way in now and out. Tommy Dreamer, cutter out of nowhere. Bay slides in, catches Tommy low. Chris Bay on the move now, using the turnbuckle for assistance and a cutter.
Stunner. Oh, that rock Bay. Moose spear.
Turn around though, Moose. Seems that the world has forgotten about Trey Miguel, but perhaps the world will now wake up. Gosh, he's just so athletic and so intense.
And he's very intense. He's always
Nice seatbelt suplex.
stopped right in his tracks.
Right on the back of his head. Sami Callihan is just so vicious. Back his pile driver, spin out, counter, roll through, two. He got him!
Trey got him! Trey got him!
Here are your winners, Tommy Dreamer, Willie Mack, Rich Swann, and Trey Miguel.
At the end of the day, this is still a sport. It's about physics and momentum, and Trey Miguel was able to use both to his advantage. Sami was going for the maneuver. Trey was able to manipulate the momentum, turn it down, shoulders down for 1, 2, 3, and that's all it takes to be a winner here in Impact Wrestling.
What a great return for Trey Miguel. What a great showing. What a great showing for Willie Mack, Tommy Dreamer, and of course Rich Swann.
Yeah, but the frustrations are building now. Look at what these men started the night by doing, and now look at where they are. As far as Trey Miguel goes, we're lucky to watch an incredibly gifted athlete grow and mature before our eyes. The opportunities ahead for Trey Miguel will reveal much more about this young man.
What is Ken doing?
Well, listen, Ken punched you in the face not too long ago, with all due respect, and now here, it's kind of, I love this sport, and things like this kind of crap up.
That's right, but this is ridiculous. His man is out of control. He has no respect for